Alright, so let's try to do this. Let's try to keep our first coordinate system straight in our head. We can go back to AutoCAD. We can select the geometry you just drew and get rid of it, because ultimately here's what we want to be able to do. We want to be able to go through the first exercise, and then you want to be able to do the second exercise. And we'll do it the same way. You have a start point, and you're going to work your way around counterclockwise. And when you get back to the beginning, the figure should be drawn. Write your coordinates out before you try typing them into AutoCAD. Now on the next page you're going to see we can also work with lines that have a slope, right? So diagonal lines also have a start point and an end point. And in these cases I've set it up so that the start points and end points all start and end on the grid so that they're easy to identify. So let's go through and let's set this one up. And when you are done, well, let's go through and set this one up. Okay, and that will take us through using absolute coordinates. There is an assignment for the absolute coordinate section part of our materials. It's on page 10.7. So when you get done with the 4 exercises and you feel comfortable and can do them, we're going to do our first drawing assignment, a first official drawing assignment. It's called Absolute Precision. And when you save it, we're going to be saving it with this name. It'll be saved as B12-2A-your initials. Okay, so let's take a look and see what we got. We have 27 points, and on the figure you see number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, all the way around to 26, and then 27 will be the last segment that goes back to our starting point. Your job is to start out here and calculate your way around, point to point to point, all the way around to each point to create the figure. Now, a bunch of the points land at perfect grid intersections, not a problem. Some of them don't though. Look at point 17, point 16, right? 18, 19, a lot of these don't land exactly precisely at those perfect grid intersections. So what are we going to do? Well, we've got to kind of figure out what kind of spacing are we working with on this grid. So if we take a quick look, we see that here's 0, and here's a first space, and then here's half, and then here's another space, and then there's 1. So you can probably figure out that the spacing on the grid is 0.25, and if you couldn't figure it out, well, I included that info up at the top here for you. Okay, so when we have points that don't land exactly perfectly on the grid line, we're going to have to do a little subtraction or maybe a little addition. And let me show you what I mean by that.